Okay. What was your favorite subject at school and why?
Honestly, my favorite subject is was history. I feel like understanding why things happen the way they did, and history felt like watching real life stories unfold. It made me see patterns in society and helped me to understand people better. So it never felt boring or distant. It actually felt quite relevant to my life.
Next, which subject did you dislike and why?
The subject I struggled with the most was math. It wasn't that the subject was useless. I know it's important, but the way the formulas work just didn't click naturally for me. I often felt like I understood the concept, but when it comes to solving the actual problems, I get stuck. So it became the one class I kind of dreaded.
Next, is it important for you to enjoy what you're studying?
For me, yes. When I enjoy something, I focus better and I remember things more easily. But I also think enjoyment alone isn't enough. Sometimes we have to learn things that aren't fun but still matter for our future. So I try to balance both enjoyment and responsibility.
Next, which subject would you like to study in the future?
I'd love to study more about business and finance. I think understanding money and how the economy works is really useful, especially if I want to build something of my own one day. It feels practical and empowering.
Now, I'm going to give you a topic. You'll have 1 minute to prepare and then you should speak for 1 to 2 minutes. You can make some notes if you wish. Here is your task card.
Okay? A person who really inspires me is my mother. She is not famous or anything, but the way she carries herself makes a huge impact on me. She runs a small baking business from our home, and what I admire most is her consistency. She wakes up early, works long hours, and still manage to stay kind and patient with everyone around her. What inspires me is that she never stops learning. She's always trying to new recipes, if improving her packaging or figuring out how to make her products look more professional. And she does all that without complaining, even when things get tough. Watching her made me realize that success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's more about showing up every day, being disciplined, and actually caring about the work you do. Because of her, I try to push myself more in my studies, in anything I want to pursue. She made me believe that with enough effort and consistency, I can build the kind of future I want, maybe even opening my own bakery one day, but on a bigger scale.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of part 2. Now we'll continue with part 3. I'm going to ask you some more questions related to the topic. Uh, 1. Do you think it's important for young people to be ambitious?
I think ambition is important, but only when it's grounded in self awareness. Young people need something to aim for, otherwise, it's easy to feel lost. But ambition without a plan or without understanding our strengths can become overwhelming. So, the key is healthy, realistic, and ambition.
They are important for young people to study nowadays.
I think digital skills, communication, and financial literacy are essential today. Technology shapes almost every job. Communication decides how well you can work with others, and financial literacy helps you manage your life independently. The subject directly affect a person's long-term stability.
3. How well do you think school prepare young people for working life?
School prepares students academically, but not always practically. Many students are graduate without knowing how to manage money. communicate professionally, or solve real problems. I think school could include more real-world projects or internships to bridge that gap.
And last, to what extent is the internet a useful educational tool?
The internet is incredibly useful because it gives us access to knowledge that used to be hard to find. But the challenge is filtering information. Not everyone online is accurate, so students need critical thinking to decide what reliable. Use wisely is one of the best learning tools we have.
Thank you. That is the end of the speaking test.
Okay, now let's begin to the test. First, I'd like to ask you a few questions about yourself. The first question is, when did you last go shopping?
Okay. The last time I went shopping was about a week ago. I went to a nearby supermarket to buy some groceries and daily necessities.
The second question is, which is more popular in your town, chain store or independent retails?
In my town, chain stores are more popular. They are easier to find, usually have more complete products, and often offer promotions that attract many people.
The third question, do you prefer shopping alone or with others? Why?
I prefer shopping alone because it's faster and I can focus on what I need. When I shop with others, I usually spend more time looking around.
The fourth question, what kind of shop are they where you live?
Where I live, there are supermarkets, convenience stores, clothing shops, pharmacies, and some small local food shops.
Now I'm going to give you a topic. You'll have 1 minute to prepare and then you should speak for 1 to 2 minutes. You can make some notes if you wish. Here is your text card.
One gadget I cannot live without is my smartphone. I use it for many things, such as communicating with my family and friends, studying, browsing information, and managing my daily activities. I also use it to listen to music and watch videos when I need to relax. I have been using a smartphone for more than 8 years and it has become an essential part of my life. I feel that I could not live without it because it helps me stay connected and makes almost everything more convenient. Without my smartphone, I would find it difficult to access information quickly or manage my tasks efficiently.
Thank you. That is the end of part 2. Now we'll continue with part 3. I'm going to ask you some more questions related to topic. The first question, what types of things usually make people happy?
Different things make people happy, but usually spending time with loved ones, achieving personal goals, enjoying hobbies, and having financial stability are common sources of happiness.
The second question, do you think people will be happier in the future or less happy?
I think it depends, but overall people might be less happy in the future because life is becoming more stressful and competitive. However, with better access to technology and mental health awareness, some people might actually be happier.
The third question, would you say that people in your country are more materialistic nowadays than in the past? Why and why not?
Yes, I think people nowadays are more materialistic. Social media influence people to compare their lifestyle, and many feel pressure to buy new things to keep up with trends.
The fourth question, should governments do more to promote people's happiness and well-being?
Yes, government should do more. They can improve public service, create more job opportunities, provide mental health support, and ensure a safe environment. These things can significantly increase people's happiness and well-being.
Thank you. That is the end of the speaking test.
Yes, thank you.